Good morning to everyone. In this lecture, we will do this sum in front of your screen. Let me read the question. Following is the trial balance of Neelam Electronics Limited as on 31st March 2017. So in the trial balance, what is given? Cash in hand, cash at bank. These are assets. See, there are two sides in the trial balance, debit and credit. Debit represents asset and expenses. Credit represents liabilities and income. So in the credit side, we can see share capital, which is a liability. 9% debentures, liability. Bank overdraft is a liability. Short-term borrowing. Debentures is long-term borrowing. Share capital is shareholders fund. That is equity. Equity and liabilities. Equity represents share capital and reserves. Then investment is an asset. Bills receivable asset. Debtors asset. Creditors as a liability. Security deposit long term, so loans and advances, but because security deposit is a long term purpose, it will come in long term loans and advances. This profit and loss account reserves and surplus, and profit and loss account represents surplus. We write about all the reserves, and then P&L account we write in the surplus. Security premium reserves, interest on debenture, accrued and due. This is other current liabilities. Goodwill is a intangible asset. Land building, see 3,80,000. WDV they are given and cost also they have given. So the difference will be depreciation. Land and building is 5 lakh and the written down value is 3,80,000. WDV is 3,80,000. So the difference what you get, that will be the depreciation, accumulated depreciation. Then plant and machinery 10 lakh, WDV 6 lakh, difference is depreciation. Furniture cost is 1,60,000. Now written down value is 90,000. Difference will be depreciation. Provision for tax is 2,41,000. It is short-term provisions, and advance tax 2 lakh. So what we can do from the provision for tax, we can less the advance tax. इतना टैक्स पे करना है, बट इतना हमने ऑलरेडी पे किया. we had to pay 2,41,000 provision for tax, but we have already paid advancely. In the advance we have paid the tax for 2 lakhs. So now it is only 41,000 to be payable. So provision for tax minus advance tax. Bills payable is trade payable along with creditor. General reserve is reserves. Stock in trade is inventory. Capital reserve is reserves and surplus. The authorized share capital of the company was ₹60,000. So they have given the information about authorized capital. The authorized share capital of the company was ₹60,000 divided into 6 lakh equity shares of ₹10 each. So this we will mention because authorized capital is given. So in the share capital, we will also record the authorized capital, but it should not be calculated in the total. It is just the limit. It is just the ceiling. Maximum capital the company can issue is 6 lakh equity shares of ₹10 each, equal to 60 lakh. Then sundry debtor which are all unsecured and considered good include 1,80,000 due for more than 6 months. So in the debtor we will show two classification. One, due for more than 6 months, and next one, others. Debtors all are unsecured and considered good. Debtors are all unsecured and considered good. इसमें outstanding more than For more than 6 months, it is given 1,60,000. Remaining debtors will be come in the other. Then we have investment represents 5,000 equity shares in X Limited of rupees 10 each, rupees 4 per share called and paid up. So in the investment represents 5,000 equity shares in X Limited of rupees 10 each, out of which rupees 4 per share is called and paid up. Means still 10 rupees ka one equity share hai, which we have invested in the shares of in X Limited of 10 rupees, but only 4 rupees is called and paid up. Means still 6 rupees is yet to be called by the company, which the company can call any time in this year, in next year, any time in the lifetime of the company. So the uncalled amount on shares in the investment, the uncalled amount of shares in the investment are contingent liability, which may arise or may not arise. If the company calls this 6 rupees in this year, this Neelam Electronics Limited has to pay this amount because it cannot default. If it defaults, then the amount what it has paid also will not be recovered. So whenever the company X Limited asks for the money, it has to be paid. It may ask in this year, next year, or the next year, or any time in the lifetime of the company. So whenever the company will call this money, this Neelam Electronics Limited has to make a payment. So this is uncertain liability, contingent liability. 6 rupees pay करना पड़ भी सकता है, नहीं भी पड़ सकता. So it is a contingent liability, that is uncertainty involved in the payment of this liability. Bills receivable discounted with the bank, not matured till the balance sheet date, amounted to rupees 15,000. Now, as I told you, when the drawer, that is when the amount on bill receivable, when the bill receivable document is discounted with the bank, in the due date, if the drawee does not pay the money of the bill receivable, it has to be paid by the drawer, the one who has drawn the bill. So discounted with the bill means the bill receivable is submitted to the bank, and then the bank has given the money of the bill receivable, but some discount also has been charged by the bank. This bills have not yet matured, so we do not know, and this not matured in this year, they will mature in the next year. So we are not sure whether in the next year this money will be receivable. That means bank, whether the drawee will make payment to the bank or not. If it does not make payment to the bank for this bill, bank will ask this company, Neelam Electronics, to make the payment if drawee defaults the payment. So we are not sure. This is uncertain liability. So this also we will show under contingent liability. Now what you are required to prepare, you're required to prepare balance sheet of Neelam Electronics as on 31st March 2017 as per the provisions of the Companies Act. Ignore previous year figures because previous year figures is not given in the question. So how we classify a balance sheet into equity and liabilities. The equities and liabilities, what we have under equities and liabilities, we have shareholders fund. We have shareholders fund. Under shareholders fund, we have two things, that is share capital and we have reserves and surplus. So let us prepare these two notes to account 1 and 2. Let us go to the notes to account. And let us prepare our first note, which is share capital. Under share capital, what we will do under share capital, let us see in the trial balance what is given regarding share capital. Share capital is 18,40,000, but authorized share capital is also given 6 lakh equity shares of 10 each. So let us write the authorized capital first. Authorized capital 6 lakh equity shares of rupees. How much it is? 10, right? 10 each. 10 each given in the question, and amount is also given 60 lakh. But this will not take in the total because authorized is not the actual capital, it is the limit how much maximum capital the company can issue. Issued, subscribed and paid up capital. That is given in the question. How much is the amount? 18,40,000. One share is of 10 each. So 1,84,000 shares मिल जाएगा. 1,84,000 equity shares of rupees 10 each. How did I got this 1,84,000? See, in the question, share capital is 18,40,000 and one share is of 10 rupees. So 18,40,000 divided by 10 जब हम करते हैं तो हमें मिलता है 1,84,000 shares. So हमें कैसे मिला 1,84,000 shares? Because in the question it is given one share is of 10 each. So 18,40,000 divided by 10 किया तो we got 1,84,000. So this is 18,40,000. So authorized capital को तो हम total में count नहीं करते. So yes, I highlight it because we don't include it in the total. So our share capital we get 18,40,000. Now let us prepare the next note, that is reserves and surplus. Okay, this one is P. One minute. On the space here. Let us remove the space first. The next one, reserves and surplus. Let us check what all reserves we have, because surplus means profit and loss account. सारे reserves में सब reserves लिखेंगे, but profit and loss account we will show in the surplus. जिसमें ओपनिंग बैलेंस है तो ओपनिंग बैलेंस, प्रॉफिट ड्यूरिंग द ईयर है तो एड प्रॉफिट ड्यूरिंग द ईयर, एंड एनी एप्रोप्रिएशन इज दैट डिविडेंड, इंटरिम डिविडेंड, देन और ट्रांसफर टू रिजर्व, that we will less from the less in the appropriation and write the final figure in the outside column. So is there any reserves? Let us check. Reserves is there. Security premium. देखो ये P&L account will come in the surplus 5,80,000. But security premium we have 1,80,000. Then what else we have? General reserve 2 lakh and capital reserve 20,000. तो हमारे पास security premium है 1,80,000 हमारे पास जनरल रिजर्व है 2 lakh and capital reserve 20,000. So let us write what all reserves we have. Securities premium, lakh 80,000. Then we have capital reserve and general reserve. Capital reserve 20,000 and general reserve 2 lakh. 2 lakh. Then we have under surplus, we have profit and loss account. Surplus, we have profit and loss account. Because opening balance, closing balance, anything is not given. 5,80,000. मैंने ब्रैकेट में लिख दिया प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट. So what is the total? Add all of this. 1 lakh 80, 20, 2 lakh, 5 lakh 80. We get how much? 9,80,000. So we will write here 9,80,000. So next what we have, shareholders fund is done. Now capital B, we have non-current liabilities. Non-current liabilities में long term borrowing अगर डिबेंचर है तो बस we had discussed the question. We have seen debentures here. Let us see what long-term borrowings we have. We have 9% debentures, 6 lakh. And other than that, we do not have any other long-term provision, anything we do not have. So only long-term borrowing, that is 6 lakh, 9% debentures. We can, for just showing, we can show in the bracket 9% debentures, 6 lakh. Now we go to the current liability. Current liabilities, सबसे पहले शॉर्ट टर्म बोरोइंग. शॉर्ट टर्म बोरोइंग में हम बैंक ओवरड्राफ्ट बताते हैं. Is there bank overdraft in the question? Let us see. Bank overdraft we have just, I saw bank overdraft 4 lakh. तो short term borrowing में any borrowing which is for short term nature. Bank over 4 lakhs. For short term nature. Then we have trade payables. Trade payables में bills payable and creditors. दोनों लिखेंगे and I suppose both are there given in the question. So third one. Trade payables. Trade payables. Let us see what we have. We have creditors 4,80,000. 4,80,000. And we have bills payable. Yes, 60,000. Bills payable 60,000. So let us write both of them. Creditors we have 4,80,000 and bills payable we have 60,000. The total is coming to 5,40,000. So we can write here 5,40,000. Now next other current liabilities. Other current liabilities. Any outstanding expenses are there? Let us see other current liabilities. We have seen here, this are assets, ये लिखा ये asset. देखो this one, interest on debenture accrued and due 13,500. Interest on debenture accrued means outstanding. Due means outstanding. That's everything. Likha and remaining are assets. This one advance tax from provision for tax हम minus करेंगे. So how much? 13,500. So I will show a bracket. So here this is 13,500. Only one is there. Then we have short-term provisions. Short-term provisions में provision for tax is there, and advance tax also is there. So let us go to the note. Provision for tax 2,41,000 and advance tax we have already paid from the provision which is due to be paid. We have already paid 2 lakhs. 2,41,000 is the provision for tax. See, in this Companies Act, there is this way of showing the this one. See, short-term provision. शॉर्ट-टर्म प्रोविजन में हम प्रोविजन फॉर टैक्स जब बताते हैं तो हम उसमें से एडवांस टैक्स माइनस करके बता सकते हैं. सो प्रोविजन फॉर टैक्स, it is how much? Provision for tax 2,41,000 less advance tax, which is how much? 2 lakhs. So we get how much? We get 41,000. So short-term provision में how much we get? 41,000. This was the last one. So इधर हम लोग total निकालेंगे. So we will get the liabilities total. Now we will go to the assets. Assets also has capital A, non-current assets. Non-current assets में हम क्या बोलते हैं? Non-current asset को we call it property, plant and equipment. Plant and equipment. First fourth note. And इसमें हम बताते हैं tangible तो बोलेंगे intangible. फिर we may also show capital work in progress. अगर नहीं लिखेंगे तो भी चलेगा बिकॉज ये तो है नहीं. we discuss the question. It is not that लिखे तो भी इसको नीली लिखना पड़ेगा. intangible assets under development. This both is not there in this, both things are not given in the question. So we can just see what fixed asset में क्या दिया है that we can write. Let us start. This. What all are given? Goodwill, only one intangible asset is there, 1,30,000. So, may write here intangible में 1,30,000. In bracket we may write it is goodwill. इसके लिए एक नोट बनाना पड़ेगा. one, intangible assets. So what are intangible assets we have? Sorry, intangible, tangible. Intangible, so we have only goodwill. Here we will write tangible assets. Tangible, which we can see, touch, and feel. So goodwill is intangible, reputation of the company. Here, this 3 is there. Just copying it, but I will, because original cost is given. Now, what is the amount? Let us remember 3 lakh 80, 6 lakh and 90. 3 lakh 80, 6 lakh and 90. So let us remove this. This one, so that we get the amount. So now let's depreciation. Let's depreciation. We know the WD given in the question 3,80,000. तो कितना माइनस किया 5 लाख से? तो 3,80,000 आया. कितना माइनस किया? तो 3,80,000 आया. So this will be 1,30,000. Sorry, 1,20,000. Correct? 1,20,000. करेक्ट. 5 लाख से 1,20,000 माइनस किया तो 3,80,000 आता है. दिस इज गिवन इन द क्वेश्चन. सी 3,80,000 इज गिवन, जो कि WDV है, बट डिप्रिसिएशन हमें पता है कि कॉस्ट 5 लाख का था, बट नाउ द वैल्यू ऑफ द लैंड एंड बिल्डिंग इज ओनली 3,80,000. मतलब जो वैल्यू कम हुआ दैट इज डिप्रिसिएशन. Plant and machinery is of 10 lakh, but now the value is only 6 lakh. So जो value कम हो गया is the depreciation. So यहाँ पे भी 10 लाख हो गया, 10 लाख कॉस्ट था, बट अभी जो वैल्यू है प्लांट एंड मशीनरी का इट इज 6 लाख ओनली. मीन्स ये जो वैल्यू कम हुआ इट इज 6. जो कम हुआ 4 लाख दैट इज डेप्रीसिएशन. यहाँ पे लेस डेप्रीसिएशन. कितना वैल्यू हो गया है फर्नीचर का? 90,000. व्हाट इज द न्यू वैल्यू? What is the new value of furniture? It is 90,000. 1,60,000 से 90,000 हो गया. तो कितना डेप्रीसिएशन हुआ? 60,000-70,000 का डेप्रीसिएशन हुआ, because now the value is only 90,000. Correct? Now the value is only 90,000. So now add all of this. How much we get? सबको ऐड करो. कितना मिल रहा है? 3,80,000, 6 lakh and 90,000. We get 10,70,000. We get 10,70,000. Both these are nil. So now we have non-current non-current investment. Is it given in the question? Non-current investment. Let us check. We have seen इसमें तो there is contingent liability also. We have already discussed non-current investment. लेट अस सी नॉन करंट इन्वेस्टमेंट कितना है. सी इन्वेस्टमेंट लॉन्ग टर्म मीन्स नॉन करंट मीन्स not for short term. Current means short term, non current means long term. 20,000 here. 20,000. इसके बाद there is security deposit, which is long term loans and advances. Long term loans and advances, security deposit. Security deposit, long term लोन्स एंड एडवांस. सिर्फ सिक्योरिटी डिपॉजिट होता तो उसको हम शॉर्ट टर्म लोन्स एंड एडवांसेस में बताते, बट इन ब्रैकेट दे हैव टोल्ड इज लॉन्ग टर्म 8,000. सो व्हाट वी विल डू, सिक्योरिटी डिपॉजिट यहाँ पे बता देते हैं. चलो तो जल्दी वन इज दैट सिक्योरिटी डिपॉजिट 8,000. Now we will go this current liabilities, non-current liabilities and current liabilities. तो इसमें शॉर्ट टर्म इन्वेस्टमेंट आता है, बट क्वेश्चन में there is only long term investment. There is no short term investment. So this becomes nil. There is no short term investment. If you want, we have already discussed the question. हमने किधर भी short term investment नहीं देखा. So next we have inventories. इसको 8 लिख देते 8. We have inventories means stock. which is inventory, stock in trade करके दिया है 16,98,900. You can write here 16,98,900. Then we have next one, trade receivable, debtors and bills receivable. इसके लिए we have to prepare a note. Let us prepare a note for trade receivable. Let us prepare the sixth one, I'm sorry. What is it? Trade receivable. इसमें सबसे पहले डेटर्स क्या है? कंसिडर्ड डेटर्स, ऑल अनसिक्योर्ड एंड कंसिडर्ड गुड. डेटर्स क्या है? ऑल डेटर्स all unsecured and considered ड्यू फॉर मोर देन 6 months दिया. देखो ड्यू फॉर मोर देन 6 months, ड्यू और आउटस्टैंडिंग वॉट एवर यू वॉन्ट टू राइट. ड्यू फॉर मोर देन 6 months, और more than 6 months. Next category is other. So how much is due for more than 6 months? 1,80,000. Right here. 1,80,000. Next one is other. Other के लिए total of the debtor is required. How much is the total of debtor? Total debtor is 11 lakh. जिसमें से 1,80,000 is due for more than 6 months. So बाकी remaining will come as others. So 11 lakh minus 1,80,000 80,000. This is other less than 6 months. So डेटर्स का क्लासिफिकेशन में हमने बताया ड्यू फॉर मोर देन 6 months and others माइनस करके आ जाएगा how much it will come 9,20,000 दोनों को ऐड किया तो it is 11 lakh. Then we have bills payable. Bills payable. This is debtor. So like this we can write. So how much is the amount of bills payable? Bills payable. Sorry, bills receivable लिखना था set में. Wait, let me see what I have written. 2,80,000. By mistake, 1 minute. Bills asset side में कभी bills payable आता है क्या? Debtors and bills receivables. So bills receivable is 2,80,000. Bills receivable. So two types, एक debtors, दूसरा bill receivable, दोनों को add किया. So how much we get? दोनों को add किया. So total I can write here also. How much is the total coming? Total is coming to 13,80,000. So हमारा trade receivable है 13,80,000. दोनों को ऐड किया. इसके बाद we have cash and cash equivalent. Cash and cash equivalent. इसमें हमारे पास दो चीज है, कैश इन हैंड एंड कैश इन बैंक. Cash in hand and cash in bank 39,068,600. So now we have to prepare one more note, that is 7th one, cash and cash equivalent. 7th one, cash and cash equivalent. तो ये दो चीज है. It is cash and cash equivalent. 6. Cash in hand है 39,000 and cash in bank है 68,600. दोनों का टोटल होता है 1,07,600. So let us see the amount whether it is correct. 39,68,600 and the total is coming to 1,07,600. So we'll write 1,07,600. So after this कुछ मिस आउट किया हमने, देखते हैं if we have missed out anything जो हमने अभी तक किधर भी नहीं लिखा. ये लिखा this is done, this is done. Anything left out? Everything is done. So with this now we can take the total of the asset also and see whether balance sheet is tallying. Let us see if balance sheet is tallying. Take the total. The total of the liability 18,40,000, 9,80,000, 6,00,000, 4,00,000, 5,40,000, 13,500, 41,000. 44,14,500. Same way in the asset side, we have 10,00,000, 70,000, 1,00,000, 30,000, 20,000, 8,000, 16,00,000, 98,900, 13,80,000, and 1,07,600, giving us the total of 14,14,500. With this, what is happening is our balance sheet is tally and the sum is done. Thank you very much everyone.